Have you ever been bullied? Have you ever seen someone bullied but afraid to speak up about it? Have you ever been a bully? We ask students how they feel about bullying, how it affects them, how to prevent it, and how it's portrayed in the media and in the workplace.
So my nephew, he is in 7th grade now, and it happened a lot last year. He would come home probably every other afternoon. You know, I was the person he would come and talk to. And other kids in school, they were always picking on him. They were calling him names, and they were being really mean.
Well, I was bullied in school because I've always been really short, and I had a bit more weight on me, and so I would get picked on because of my weight.
People used to pick on me and claim that I was a lesbian and that I liked to pick my nose and they liked to throw things at me too.
He's a tough kid, and he tries not to let it get to him, but you could tell that it did. And it was something, you told him, go talk to the teachers. If that doesn't work, maybe go talk to the principals. But I don't think anything ever actually helped.
I was bullied because of my appearance. I had really bad acne and stuff when I was in middle school and everything, and so I would wear my hair in my face and everything, and I had it really bad on my forehead, so I wore bangs to hide the breakouts and everything.
I don't really know why I was being bullied. I was actually started being bullied when I was in 11th grade. I dealt with a lot of girls. I would be going from class to class, and they would follow me in most of my classes, saying little things, trying to start problems.
I mean, my daughter was bullied in high school and elementary school and middle school. Really, honestly, probably I think the middle school is probably the worst. I think it's that age group.
One day, well, it was to the point where I tried to ignore it so much. I would go back home and talk to my parents about it, and they would tell me to just make sure I keep reporting it to my principal and to the officer on campus.
And then at one point I had this best friend, and I thought that we were going to be best friends forever, and then she said some cruel things about me, and then I became a bad person.
After I realized that they weren't really doing anything about it, I continued to ignore it. Well, one day I had a girl throw cereal on me, and I ignored it then because I knew I was in school, and I knew if I would have tried to react to it at the moment, I would have gotten in trouble. And so it went from her throwing cereal on me to her throwing apples on me to her throwing French fries on me in front of literally everyone at school.
There was the kids that were just mean, and there was really nothing anyone would do.
I would walk from my class to walk to the lunchroom, and I would have to deal with a group of girls making a huge scene in front of everyone at school, and I had the choice to either react then or keep going. And so I kept going because I knew that if I would have said something, I would have been in trouble. And I thought that just by me reporting it to the police officer and reporting it to my principals and everything, they would have done something about it. Well, they didn't.
I don't know. I don't know if he handled the problem at school, but he stands up for himself more now.
Well, back in my days, I used to be a bully. Well, I bullied a couple of people. And I did it, it wasn't a legit reason behind it. The only reason was because I seen people laugh and I thought it was fun, cool, all that stuff. I later realized it wasn't all it was hyped up to be. Because you get more friends helping people than you do getting jokes out of them. So bullying is not cool. Remember that, people.
I think bullying is one of the hardest things to be able to really recognize.
It's just a cry for help. They really need help. They need somebody to talk to, and they don't know how to express themselves, so they bully people to feel accepted.
I think everybody's been bullied, from the quarterback in high school by even just within his own group, you know what I'm saying? All the way down to the biggest nerd in the school. I mean, everybody gets bullied to some degree, and I think everybody dishes out a little bit of bullying. Maybe not as severe as other people.
And I don't know if it's how they're being like, if we're not being taught, you know, don't be mean to each other. Or if it's, you know, it's not okay to do this.
It has something to do with like their upbringing. You know what I'm saying? They may have been bullied when they was younger, or they just have a low self-esteem. Not saying that you have a low self-esteem, but the people that I've experienced that bullied or tried to bully me, they had low self-esteem.
So I got into gymnastics, which led to me trying out for a cheerleading squad, and that helped with my self-esteem a lot, being a part of a cheerleading squad. I mean, when you think cheerleading, you think pretty, popular, skinny, but I was far from skinny. But the gymnastics and getting into the cheering, I mean, it built a lot of muscle, so my weight, it did fluctuate.
And I just kind of feel like to kind of avoid bullying, you just kind of have to continue to report it to someone. Even if you feel like no one's doing anything about it, just make sure that you continue to let someone know about it, because when you do get into a situation where maybe you guys get into an altercation or anything, you have someone that understands, and you have someone that you've at least told about it.
Finally, I'm the kind of person now to where like I really don't care what people think about me. I am who I am. I look like what I look like, and that's just it. Can't change it. You gotta make the best of it.
But I think that the only way that we can really fix bullying is to just be nicer to each other. And I think that your teachers need to be involved. I think that they recognize when there's bullying going on, and maybe they don't necessarily know what to do about bullying.
Well, I think the teachers and the principals, they need to stand up for sure. And the bus drivers. I mean, there's not a lot you can do on the bus because there's so many students. And you have to pay attention to everything going around you. But if you've got kids that are picking on each other, that are sitting together, move the kids. The same thing like in classrooms. Don't put the two kids beside each other. Keep an eye on them. Discipline them if they need to be disciplined. Don't just continue to let it happen. Do something about it.
I honestly don't know how to prevent it except for just be nice to everybody, because I kind of just tried to ignore it. Then it all built up and I just blew up. So that's all I really know how to say. Telling people and then they don't do anything about it, it's kind of hard to say that either one of those helps.
And it happens so often. The little kids, even like on the buses, they're so mean to each other for no reason whatsoever.
I don't necessarily feel like it's in a positive way. A lot of people sit here, and I feel like that's where they get a lot of the bullying from. They sit here and watch all these negative reality shows, and they're all into social media, and I feel like it kind of rubs off on them, and they think that it's okay to go back and bully someone else, and it's not okay.
Well, the way that it's portrayed in the business entertainment is kind of very rude, because they portray it in a way as such, oh, it happens only this one way and not several other ways, and they show it as the people becoming friends in the end, but truthfully what happens is they eventually graduate and go their own way, or the people just leave. They just leave. They don't, and years down the line they'll come back and apologize, because I've had several people apologize to me, especially exes and people that pretended to be my friend for years. I forgave them, but at the end I wouldn't want them back in my life.
We really should put more time, effort, and resources in bullying, because I think we would have less people on anti-anxiety medicine, antidepressants. I think that, you know, there's a lot of things that we end up using for coping mechanisms.
I think one of the best ways to prevent bullying is to learn how to love one another, to respect each other from a very early age, and to learn different cultures, and to be aware of your actions and how they may be perceived by others.
If you know or see someone getting bullied, don't ever be afraid to speak up. Tell someone. Show kindness in your heart. and be respectful to others.